environmentalist saboteurs tampered with an Enbridge pipeline valve in Southwestern Ontario. I mean, that's how normal people describe those who tamper with another person's property in hopes to create some sort of damage. We call them saboteurs, or vandals, or trespassers. I wouldn't call them activists. Activists, even the ones I disagree with, are not vandals. Activists are organizers, peaceful protesters, and advocates for change. Did you volunteer on the federal Conservative campaign? You might be an activist. Are you a Stop the Carbon Tax sign captain for the Rebel? You might be an activist and not even know it. I'd even describe myself as a bit of a small c conservative activist. Yet CBC sent out a tweet saying, Enbridge says protesters tampered with an Ontario pipeline over the weekend. Activists say they were protesting flow of crude oil through province. Presumably, these anti-oil activists all got in their cars and drove home after their alleged vandalism. Now, vandals vandalize and saboteurs sabotage things, and that's what these people the CBC describes as activists allegedly did near Cambridge, Ontario. Enbridge spokesperson Graham White says protesters restricted the flow on Enbridge Line 9 on Sunday night by tampering with a manual valve. The pipeline was shut down for 3 hours. This is the second time in a month that an Enbridge line in Ontario was shut down due to tampering. December 19th, Line 9 was shut down for 90 minutes after protesters locked themselves to a valve site near Sarnia. This seems a heck of a lot more like targeted harassment than any activism I know. But this is consistent with how CBC describes eco-vandals. How do I know? Well, I took the time to examine how they've described Weibo Ludwig. Ludwig was a bomber and a saboteur who lived on a compound in northwestern Alberta, a place called Trickle Creek, near Hythe, Alberta. He blew up natural gas and oil infrastructure in the 1990s. It was a reign of terror across northern Alberta. Imagine having to work in the Beaver Lodge Hythe area and having a mad bomber on the loose. Ludwig was found guilty of 5 charges related to the spate of bombings and vandalism in 2000. And he was sentenced to 19 months in jail, but CBC repeatedly calls him an activist. When he died in 2012, they described him as an activist. In one article about the Ludwig clan's ongoing dispute with oil and gas companies in the area, written in 2012, it took CBC a full 12 paragraphs to get around to describing what Ludwig had done in the 90s. 12! And a little more timely, CBC repeatedly refers to the so far non-violent protest in a bird sanctuary by farmers and ranchers in Oregon as a militia standoff. Aren't they activists too? Or do they have to wreck somebody else's property to get that fluffy designation from the CBC? How does an Oregon militiaman turn into an activist? Damage a pipeline, I guess. For TheRebel.media, I'm Sheila Gunn Reid.